Hi everyone, my name's Tim Fairweather and welcome back to another Brooks Price Action Weekend Market Update. And today we're going to be looking at the FTSE 100. So let's go. So what do we see here? Well, on this time frame, we're going to follow this list that I started for viewers last week. I follow this automatically in my head, but I think it's going to be helpful for traders to see that. So appreciate your feedback on that. So what do we got on the monthly chart? We broke out of a spike here or a spike here. We've got consecutive bull bars here, and that broke above prior highs and prior highs. So we're always in long on the monthly chart. That's why this was such a good buying opportunity last year, because we'd just gone very strongly always in long. We'd broken to a new high. So you've got to expect new lows to hold. Traders able to buy in and make money, buy lower and make money. It was three pushes up and bears wanted to get some kind of wedge top, but wedge tops are not very good if we've just broken out to a new high. You can see we broke above. What's the correct way to look at this? That it's a test of a breakout point. This is the breakout point. What do we break out of? Well, maybe that. If that's the test, then 9,100. If a bit more conservative, you look at this tight trading range in here, then we're just below 8,840. 8,800 has been my target for quite a long time. Not just because it's lucky, but all the price action was leading us towards there. So on the monthly chart, we're still in this bull channel. Bears are going to argue, well, it's a profit-taking area for bulls. And they're not wrong. I mean, there's a lot of tight trading range, sideways price action, but it's not a place to sell. It's not a place to get short. It's a better place to be buying, taking profits, waiting for a pullback to buy again. And that's on the monthly chart. So I'll go through this process on the weekly chart. So momentum to the upside, big distance between where we are and the moving average. Magnets, well, this was a trading range in here. And what we've been saying every week is breaking out of this range was going to take us up to 8,800. And that's why that was my target. This was the tightest part of this tight trading range, good for a measured move. So I was long to get up to 88. You've also got other reasons to be getting up there. You know, you've got to close above a trading range. You've got a breakout. You've then got a new bar here, which is a definite close above that range. And then traders were able to come back and buy at this same price again. They were able to buy at the top of this range. And so they're probably looking for a little bit higher. They're probably looking up to 8,900 and towards 9,000. So bulls were long there. There was no reason to short there. I said at the time, here's a great looking sell signal, but it's closing right at a test of a breakout point. There's a good chance that can be a trap. It traps bulls out of a good long. It traps bears into a bad short. And then you've got a bull outside bar. You can also see in the price action, we've got overlapping. We're in a channel. So if it's a spike, a pullback, and a channel, they're the trend lines and the channel lines. Here's the overlap, but we've still got gaps. So open gap. The gap can also be a measured move from the middle of that gap. That also puts us up to 88.50. So it's a buy and a buy below kind of area. This was not a good signal bar. I mean, it is follow through, but it's basically closing inside the bar before. So that's not a good buy setup. I think traders are long from down here, so they're not going to mind it coming back to where they entered before. I think we're just going to creep up slowly to these targets. Can we come down to the low of this bar? Yeah, the bears would like to come back into this range. Bulls are going to buy and scalp down here, I think. They don't want it coming all the way back into this range because then there's a chance it's going to be a failed breakout. So we've tested the top of the range once. We've tested the top of the range twice. It's a breakout, attempt of a failed breakout, and then long. So always in long, better to be long or flat. Nothing to sell. You know, someone says, yeah, but Tim, this is a bull bar closing on its low. Yeah, but we've got a new high. It's a new all-time high. So it's not a sell for 1,000 points below. It's just a warning that traders are not buying highs aggressively. They're buying into the bar and below the bar. They've probably got to stop all the way down here. Other traders might just use a stop slightly in this range. Maybe it's there, maybe it's here. So they're going to be happy to buy more around here, waiting for one more push. How many legs up? Well, this is a breakout to a new high. So I think this is one pullback. We're in the second leg, maybe sideways, one more leg up or straight up to the targets above. And that's FTSE for next week on the weekly chart. So here I've got the 24-hour chart. very strong bull breakout, 3 or 4 days, and a pullback, and then a high one buy here. It was basically a high 2 buy here, 1, 2, and then that was the line for traders. Bulls were defending that very strongly to go higher. So bears trying to push it back into the range, unable. Bears were happy to sell a little bit higher, but they didn't want this huge bull bar. One of the reasons limit order counter trend trading is so difficult is because often a bar like this is followed by another bar, and this is the case in point. This is a little bit more obvious because it's near the moving average, but traders that like to fade counter trend, out of your 100 trades, sometimes you're going to get this, and you're going to take a huge loss there. So traders long the breakout, traders long the pullback, high 1, high 2. It's a similar area. You can call it a double bottom. Put that chart back. Market chart cycle, spike, pullback. Here's a channel. More spikes, more pullbacks. There's a channel as well. So this is the test target for a trading range. So if you're a bear, you're selling up here because you're saying, yep, well, I think we're going to get back to the moving average. But the moving average is only a 50% pullback. So you can see how trend continuation works. Strong selling just comes down to a really good mathematical level for bulls who are happy to buy again. Bears want to get all the way down here, but they're going to have to do a lot of damage so far. Thursday and Friday are good, but bear in mind this has been incredibly bullish. So if you're a bull that's long here and you bought those 3 strong bull breakout bars, there's your 1-to-1 target. Happy days, you're out. Strong breakout bars, high 1, high 2. You've got a 1-to-1 target here. Did you get your target? Yeah, if you bought the close of that high one there, you got your 1-to-1 target as well. So a lot of targets from traders that bought the breakout. They're looking for a couple of legs up because they're swing trading, so they got it. If you waited for a higher probability setup, it was the new breakout here. You got a breakout to a new high. This was your stop. You're actually not at your 1-to-1 target yet, but you're near the 8,800 figure. We came down below your signal bar because you had a bad entry bar. So you buy there. Other traders long above that pullback say, well, if this double top's going to fail, I want to be long. So I think a lot of traders were long from the high of that. So one tick above the high. So you're buying a new high and you're up to 1-to-1 target sideways. Other traders saw this is the breakout and this is a pullback. And then you've got a high one as we go above that bar. You've got a buy signal as we go above there. So you can see how this is working. Where does the trader put a stop? We're probably down there. So they've got a lot of targets that are just sitting above there. Can you use a smaller stop? Yeah, I mean, the stop should really go, the stop can't go to here until we go above, but you can see a lot of scalping bulls able to buy a daily bar, get 1-to-1 and exit. I saw this the week prior. I thought that was interesting that traders immediately took 1R. That's a sign that we're in a channel. So it doesn't really matter to me if I'm a bull scalper. That's what I'm doing. I'm buying in a channel and looking to get to the edge of that channel. But if you're a swing trader, that's a really interesting sign that we're in a later leg. When you've got bull bars closing on their highs, good chance we're going to go higher. Now we've got more tails. This can get more choppy. Pullbacks can get. What do bears want? Well, the bears want to break below this range because they don't want a measured move going all the way back up there. So we're always in long. Bears can argue a wedge because there's a couple of legs up, but because we're always in long, I'm not interested to sell here. I think this is more like profit taking. Every time there's been a double top, it's failed. Double tops, double tops, double tops. Betting on this being the double top before the market reverses is a losing strategy. Can you buy here where you've got consecutive bear bars closing on their lows? So some bear scalpers are actually going to sell and sell higher. That's okay. If you're a bull and you're long and you see a couple of bear bars, I think that's okay to exit. If you bought high, you took a risk with a big stop and you're like, okay, I'll wait and buy lower. Can this get a couple legs sideways to down? Yeah, I think it's going to run into the moving average. Remember, we haven't touched the moving average at all yet. So if we're going to turn into a channel, I had this chart up before, it might be that we pull back around 8,600, that kind of it. And that's FTSE for next week. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope you found that valuable. If you're in the Brooks Price Action live trading room, you can catch me trading live next week. Feel free to ask me questions in the comments, or if you're on the Brooks Price Action Discord, you can find me under Tim F. My name's in blue. Otherwise, have a great trading week, and I'll catch you next weekend.